Hey guys, I am at the Overland Expo PNW. This is day one, and we are here all because of the Sled Dog Jeep. We got into this space. We need to learn exactly what's going to work for us and what's not. So I hope you enjoy this journey. We've got 3 full days for you. Hey guys, I am at the Overland Expo PNW in Redmond, Oregon. This year's event has been very, very cool. Why? Because it's my first time being here. It's my first time ever being at an Overland Expo. And I gotta tell you, I am in system overload. It's a good thing Robert has the credit card, because I would have bought a whole lot of things for my Toyota fleet as well as my Jeep fleet, and we would be bankrupt. So I have got to let you guys know what I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you food systems. I'm gonna show you comm systems. I'm gonna show you rack systems. I'm gonna show you accessory systems, and I might even show you some things that you've never seen before. Even if you've been in this space for years, they've got everything here. So wait and check it out. Okay, you guys, I want to talk to you about food. How do you store it? How do you prep it? What are you going to do about it? Let's talk about that. So there's a lot of different systems here that you can check out about food. Food storage, food systems, food prep, cooking it, all of that. From having the small little propane tanks that get rid of all of your white gas, to Traeger smokers, fire pits, refrigerators that are electric, solar powered, diesel powered. There's all kinds of things. So we're going to show you all of that stuff that we found here. One of my favorite ways to just do food is one of the simplest ways ever, and that is using the Peak Refuel food system, which is, you know, the prepackaged food. You add water to it, and within, I don't know, 3 minutes or less, you're good to go. You've got your food right there. Minimal trash, minimal food prep, easy peasy, ready to go. So check out some of the stuff that we found here at the expo, and let us know in the comment section what you like to do for food. Guys, I am here at the Peak Refuel booth, and Bart is going to talk to us all about their food system, and it can include your dog. So if you adventure with your dog, we need to listen up and hear what Bart has to say about his products.
Yes, well, thank you for that great introduction. Now, here at Peak Refuel, our main focus is to enhance your experience wherever you're adventuring, whether or not you're going on the river, you're in the mountains, you're on a hunt, you're with your dogs on a race, yeah. Whatever it is, we want to enhance that experience. And the problem that we've seen in the past was the food system, or the food that you're eating in those experiences, are taking away. And that's the last thing that should be happening. The last thing you need to do is worry about your gut, because whatever you're eating is not registering with your gut. You're just eating empty calories, and you're running into the bushes, or you're having to eat something else to calm your stomach down. That's the last thing that you need to be focused on. And that's why we created Peak Refuel. We have 20 plus meals in our lineup. We have desserts as well, because desserts hit different in the mountains, and they need to hit different in the mountains because you need to reward yourself. We have a line of cobblers, a mountain berry cobbler and a peach cobbler that's got pound cake in there, that's got fruit in there. All you do is add 2/3 cup of hot water that you somehow have been able to boil, whether it's with your jet boil, your whisper stove, your MSR, whatever that is. You boil the water, you pour it in the pouch, and you're good to go. And you've got dessert in 5 minutes. And not just a dessert, a cobbler that will change your life, I promise, because a lot of people don't think you can get a cobbler in the backcountry unless you pack a Dutch oven and a bunch of cans of ingredients to do that. But you can do that with our cobblers and our desserts. We also got a number of other hot breakfasts and entrees. Now, just real quick, what makes us different than anyone else that is doing freeze-dried, dehydrated, whatever you want to call it? We're fully freeze-dried, which means we use real ingredients. We use real protein. We're close to double the amount of protein that you'll get anywhere else out there, and our protein is meat. It's real meat. It's not a soy-based meat filler product. This is real ingredients, real protein that you're getting into your system. And because we do that, it uses less water. The last thing you need to worry about is I need to pack a ton of water to be able to eat, or I need to filter and push a lot of water through my filter to be able to cook it. You don't got to do that. Anywhere from 2/3 cup to 1.25 cups will rehydrate our meals, which is incredible. Now, besides Peak Refuel, there's also another brand that we have that is called NutriBites, and that's for your furry friends, the ones that are doing all the work, the animals that you need to care for. Here's an example. It's called NutriBites, fully freeze-dried. We've got treats, we've got kibble, we've got full meals. So check out NutriBites.ca. You can also get it on Costco or on Amazon. So we've got you covered from yourself to your animals. Check out peakrefuel.com and good luck.
Thank you. And you know, Bart, I got to tell you on this film that my husband, who does not like cobbler, shies away from desserts. He absolutely loved the peach cobbler. So we're going to make sure that everybody sees us eating that later on in the video. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
We have to huddle over top of it. This one, you can sit back and it comes at you. So between that vertical burner and the pack size, that's the main differences between us and everything else.
I mean, pack size is what I'm, yeah, compared
So for the fire pits, you might be wondering why I'm talking about those with food storage. Pretty simple situation actually. If you have a dedicated fire pit, and I'm going to show you some of the ones here that look pretty safe and are rated by the Forest Service for safety, but if you've got that heat source, you have a heat source, 1, 2, you have a way to cook some food, and 3, you're more self-sustaining in that situation. Lastly, I want to show you guys some really cool coffee systems, and we purchased one. I know Robert's going to show it to you guys, but you know, when you're out there adventuring, caffeine is a must. And what better way to get your caffeine on than by having the ability to make a damn good cup of coffee. Check it out. All right, let's talk about rack systems. Why do you need a rack system? What type of rack system? Is it going to work with your vehicle setup? Is it going to work with your gear? There are all kinds of things you've got to think about when you're thinking about your rack system. There are also a lot of different companies out there. None of them are right and none of them are wrong. It's really going to come down to what you're stowing on top and the type of vehicle that you're putting it on. So in that sense, let's talk about my favorite rack system first, okay? So 20 some years ago, we started off with a Yakima rack system. We went to Rack Attack in Colorado, got all of our cars fitted out for this entire system. And you wanna know what? That system has lasted us going on 22 years. And we've changed vehicles over time, of course, but the rack system itself has actually transferred from vehicle to vehicle because it's still holding and stowing the same type of gear that we used 20 years ago. So you kind of can see where I'm going with this. It really doesn't matter if it's Yakima racks or a different brand. There's some brand new ones. I was really looking forward to checking out the Prinsu stuff, but I gotta tell you that because I'm so used to Yakima stuff, I'm thinking I'm gonna stay in that space because again, I've got part of that product system that's still able to be used with their new product system today, and it just works right for our gear. That being said, if you are working with something else or you're brand new to this space and you're not sure what kind of gear you're going to put on top of your vehicle, you might want to check out the Prinsu rack system. You might want to check out the Rhino rack system, whatever. There's so many different ones to choose from. We're going to show you after I get done talking to you guys about it. But for us personally, the Yakima system has worked the best. And I'm really excited about something I learned right here at the expo this year. They have a system that goes into like the back of your truck. So for me personally, I've got a 13 Toyota FJ, and I have been hesitant to put a system in the back because I didn't want a fixed system where I pull out the drawers and put them back in, and then I lose all of that space back there that I use on a regular basis when I bring people's dogs from the airport to my house when we do board and train work. So I wanted to make sure that I had something that could be more versatile, and guess what? Yakima has come up with it. They have a drawer system that is removable. So in other words, you can transfer it to other vehicles. It doesn't just have to remain locked in place in your one vehicle. So that in and of itself, I actually really do love, and I'm probably going to upgrade to that system. Okay, you guys, I have seen so many accessories. Some of them are really unique, super cool, super useful. Others, not so sure they're gonna work for what we need. But that's part of it, right? Figuring out how and what you need to make it work. One of the coolest things I saw is a tire table. We are definitely getting that. So there's a table that hooks to the tire, and you've got this nice eating surface. You can play cards there. You can do whatever. It's the perfect size. It folds up and is stowable, and all of the things that you are thinking about. Different type of accessory that Robert is totally digging and thinking about getting are these tracks. So they're triangular snow track for the Jeeps, and he's really liking those. You're gonna see some of that in the video. There's so many lights, there's first aid kits, there's all kinds of things going on with accessories. There's toilets, there's fires, there's utensils, just anything and everything you can think of accessory wise, it is going on here. All right, let's talk about comms for a moment, okay? So we have been visiting a lot of the comm vendors. We've talked to a lot of the participants when we're looking over their vehicles and stuff about what kind of comms they're using. And let's just be real, right? There's all kinds of different types of comms. There's handheld, there's treads, there's GMRSs, there's just a lot of different ways you can manage your comm system. And we are in the Apple space with our content creation tools. And so we've used the Apple Ultra Watch, we use the iPhones. So those things work great as a pairing. They don't work so great where we are in Alaska. While our cell phone service is great and everything like that, it gets cold and the battery life does not last as long as we would like or need it to in some of those situations. And even though we have cell phone service, the range isn't great when Robert is doing some serious adventuring and getting out and getting people well past any kind of cell phone service. So we've always had a Garmin InReach product. He's always had the watch as well. And recently we picked up a Garmin InReach Mini, and we're trying to see how that's gonna work. And so we spent a lot of time in the Garmin tent yesterday, and really decided that it's something that we want to go back to and really rely heavily on the Garmin products for the type of adventuring that we do, and get away from using the Apple products for that, simply because the Garmin is going to give us the opportunity to have communications where he can't get a cell phone ping, where he's going to need to ping in on a satellite, even for text messages that are preset to let me know how he's doing and what's going on. Those are great. They have the SOS service that is even better, especially if you work with a company like LifeMed, which is a helicopter rescue program in Alaska. They will be able to find you based on your Garmin InReach GPS markers and things like that. So when we're talking about comms, that's what we're really talking about. Is for us, we're going to maintain that Garmin system, and that's what I suggest. No matter the system you go with, you need to be sure that you're going with a system that allows you to marry a lot of different usable products together so that it just makes sense for you. But I hope that you like what you see coming up. Guys, it is day 3 and I am super excited because I just might be in the running for winning the Toyota Trail Hunter. That's right, I put in my name for the draw and I'm hoping that I get it because I'm super excited about that Trail Hunter 4Runner, but we never know. We also have done a lot of just absorbing the environment today. We talked to a lot of people, we learned a lot of stuff. One of my favorite things that we visited was the Shift Pod people. We also learned a lot from the Jump Medic people. We learned a lot about recon. We learned a lot about comms from the Garmin people. So you know what, we had a good time. We hope you enjoyed this video.
Whatever, like ready to go without this like bad mindset of being, you know, frustrated. And so we called it Shift Pod because we do feel it's helping people have shift experiences out in nature at their festivals because it's quick, it's comfortable, and so that's where that came from.
Jump Medic First Aid Kits. He's going to talk to us about all of this stuff that he has compiled to put into his kits. So Alex, why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes, my name's Alex. I'm the owner of Jump Medic. I work as a paramedic and I designed Jump Medic based off of the first aid kits that I couldn't find on the market. A lot of them are filled with kind of fluff. So I made sure to actually fill them with things like the pulse oximeter, blood pressure cuff, a glucometer, thermometer, things like that that you're not going to see in other kits. This kit is all encompassing. Everything that you just showed is right here.
Awesome.
It's in a flat lay design. Opens up like this. This one might fall because it's my display. It opens up like that. Definitely important to have a first aid kit. This one is all encompassing. You can also just build your own on our website. We have a build a bag section. You can always reach out to me, Alex at jumpmedic.com, and I can help you build whatever you need specifically. I know some of your followers do stuff up in Alaska, so if it's like cold element specific that you need, I can help you with that. I can help you getting just trauma supplies, medical supplies, anything like that. But
Awesome. You know
Yeah.
what, Alex? I am excited. I know you're going to be a guest later on our podcast, and you're going to talk to us about some of the things, the essentials that you may need to bring along for your dog. I also want to know if you would bring along anything extra for kids.
For kids, basically, you
Same
can use
things.
adult stuff and give them stickers.
Lollipops.
Give them lollipops and better Band-Aids.
Yeah, awesome.
But otherwise, it has stuff that'll cover most kid injuries and illnesses.
Cool.
Just like an adult.
Cool. Well, I look forward to talking to you further on our podcast. Thanks so much, and I appreciate your time today.
Perfect. Thank you.